Hi everyone, I'm Chef Tony and welcome back. Monster Bass has brought me back to bring you guys another episode. Today I got the grill fired up. I'm going to show you how to make my award-winning French onion burger. Now, I don't want to waste too much of your time, just a little backstory on this burger. In 2017, I was an executive chef at a restaurant. We entered a burger competition for the whole county that I'm in. We ended up taking second place for it, and today I'm going to share that recipe with you. So let's head on inside and see what we need. First thing we're going to start working on for this burger is the French onion topping. Now I'm going to do it out on the grill in a nice cast iron pan, but you can definitely do it on the stove. But for the ingredients that we're going to need for that, we're going to need 2 yellow onions, about thinly sliced. We want them to be uniform so they cook evenly. We need a cup of beef broth, salt and pepper, 3 to 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're also going to need 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme chopped up, about a tablespoon of oil, a 1/4 cup of bourbon, and about a teaspoon of cornstarch. First things first, I have the grill set up in a 2-zone. I got over here that's extremely hot. It's about 400. Over here is about 200. We're going to start to cook these onions on the high side at first. Cast iron is on. We're going to go in with our butter, get that melted. Go in with our oil as well. The reason I use both is because butter has a very low burning temperature and it will start to brown and burn the onions up, and then you got to start all over. So by adding in the oil, it's going to bring the smoking point up higher, so that way we can cook these for longer without anything burning. Once we start to see the butter sizzle like this, we're going to go in with our onions and we're going to start to cook these for about 5 to 10 minutes or until they become translucent. After about 2 to 3 minutes, our onions are starting to get soft and they're starting to become translucent. We're going to slide our pan over here to the colder side and we're going to start working on our burgers. So I'm going to do that and I'll meet you guys back inside the house and I'll show you what we need for the burgers. Now, to make the rest of this, all we're going to need is our hamburger buns. You can use whatever buns that you want. I like to use these brioche buns. I'll show you what we're going to do with them when it comes to it. About 4 to 5 slices of provolone cheese, about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds of burgers, depending on how big you like to make them, and some salt and pepper. Now, when it comes to burgers, you can make them any size that you want. I like mine to be a little bit bigger than the bun when I make them and nice and thick. So since I'm using about 1.5 pounds here, I want my burgers to be about 7 to 8 ounces. So I'm going to take, I'm guessing about 7 to 8 ounces. I'm going to form this to a nice burger patty. We don't really want to squish or push this too much, or we're going to start to develop a protein in it and it's going to end up becoming tough. I'll say probably about that size. Little trick I like to do, I like to build a little edge around my burger, push down the center, because as they cook, they do have a tendency to shrink, but this will help prevent that as well. Now, before we throw these on the grill, we're gonna let them rest at room temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes. Because when you have a tendency to throw a cold piece of meat on a hot grill, it shrinks, the meat contracts. So we're gonna let these sit on the counter for about 10 to 15 minutes and we're gonna finish up those onions. Our onions are looking fantastic. They're starting to slightly break down. They're taking on a beautiful, like, mahogany color. Now we're gonna go in with our bourbon. Be very careful with this because if it's hot, it could flare up and you could have some flames. There we go. We're gonna cook this for about 3 minutes. Let that alcohol cook out. Now we're gonna go in with our thyme and half of our beef base. We're going to let this continue to cook as we're cooking the burgers, but we want to occasionally stir this. Grill is still nice and hot. Our burgers are at room temp. We're going to season these on both sides with some salt and pepper, and we're going to get them on the grill. We're going to take our burgers, place them down on our nice hot grill. You want to hear that sizzle. We're going to give these about 3 to 4, possibly even 5 minutes per side. We want to leave them untouched. It's going to develop that nice crust that we all know and love on a good burger. All right, let's give these burgers a flip. Perfect. We're going to let these go for about another 4 to 5 minutes to fully cook through. We're going to finish up these onions. To to finish up these onions, we took the other half of our beef stock, mixed it in with our cornstarch. We're gonna go in there, just like that. Give this a stir, kind of push it over on the heat a little bit more. And this is going to start to thicken up. It's gonna get real thick. We're gonna have those onions in there. We're gonna finish this all up and we'll put it together. Our onions are looking fantastic. Let's get a taste, adjust seasoning. Looks perfect, almost like a glaze. Man, those are good. They don't need any salt whatsoever because we reduced down that beef stock. Crack a black pepper. These onions are good to go. Now let me show you how to do these buns. And now my secret with the buns, mayonnaise. It really allows the buns to crisp up. It's going to give us that element of the French onion soup, of the crispy croutons inside of it. We're going to toast these for a few seconds. Grab the cheese. Throw our cheese on here and get this melted. And we're going to plate this up and we're going to get a taste. Alright, now to plate these, we have our beautiful toasted bun. Go on with our burger. Now if you want lettuce, tomato, pickles, all that, by all means throw that on. I am not going to. I'm going to let this burger talk for itself with a nice toasted bun, the melted provolone cheese. I'm going to spoon on some of our French onions. Take it right to the edge. That looks fantastic. Save some for the rest. Crown it just like that. I'm going to finish these up and we'll go ahead inside and we'll get a taste. Now before we dig in, if you're interested in recipes like this or other cooking videos, make sure you head on over and check out my channel called Homestead Chef. There'll be a link for that down in the description. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get a bite of one of these burgers. Perfect. Now I remember why this won second place. I don't remember the burger that beat it. The bun is perfectly toasted. You get a nice sweetness from the caramelized onions. That beef base in there, that thickened up, it adds a nice beefy flavor. You get the creamy cheese on with the burger. It's an amazing burger. This goes great with fries, potato salad, macaroni salad. I hope you enjoyed this video. So please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to check out Monster Bass's other videos. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.